Hi everyone, Lady Rose here with you today. I got in a new deck, a new Oracle deck, and I'm super excited about it. I really love this deck. It's a beautiful deck from what I've seen so far, and I wanted to get on here and do a quick review. I don't normally do a review. I'm in my home office today and it's a Saturday, and normally this is not a day that I would do a recording, but I just got this deck in yesterday and I've been looking through it and reading through the book and stuff, and it's really cool. Speaking of the book, where did it go to? I think it's over here. Yeah, put it over here. Okay, so here we are with this deck. So excuse my, I'm not all done up kind of thing, because like I said, I just want to get on here because I'm feeling really good about this deck. So it's called the Raven's Wand Oracle, and I'm going to put a link down below in the comments, well, actually in the description and comments on Facebook and that sort of thing, for if you want to purchase this one for your own collection. Then that's a great way to support me and keep me doing these tarot and oracle deck reviews so that you can see them before you buy them. Because when you purchase through that link, I get a little bit of a kickback kind of thing. So like I said, it's Raven's Wand Oracle, and it's based off of a trilogy by Steven Hutton, and Steven Hutton also helped with this deck. So it says it's inspired by Steven Hutton's popular Dark Raven Chronicles trilogy. I don't think you can get these on Amazon. I think you have to go to a special website to get it, but I'm not sure exactly where. But I don't know the trilogy. I haven't read the books. I'm inspired to get the books. If I find a link for the books, I'll put that in the description as well. Because just from looking at the cards and hearing the story and all that kind of stuff, now I want the trilogy to read the books too. So it does come with a little book here. That's giving you some idea of what some of the artwork is like. And it does go through, some of the story behind the Raven's Wand and introduction to it and how it's been inspired by that. And then, of course, and there's a beautiful dragon picture there in the book for you. And then it goes into the cards, and it goes, this is the meaning. If you want to do reversed, this is the reversed kind of meaning. So you can take a boo through that if you like. And it does touch on every card. So it's kind of nice to kind of read through that and just see what the inspiration for that card is. And then we've got some spreads as well. So it gives us some spreads, and I really like it. Earth and Thunder spread. So it's sort of the Tree of Life kind of thing. Then we've got the Dark Raven spread. That's a 3-card spread, but it talks about what each one is. And then there's a third one, and that's the 4 seasons spread. So to me, it kind of looks like a 4-leaf clover. So they give you those 3 spreads. So now let's get into the deck itself. So here's the deck itself. A lot of dragons. So if you're into dragons, there's quite a few dragons throughout. It's got oak leaves, and I believe this is holly, maybe mistletoe, I'm not sure. Yeah, but the oak, of course, is very druid-like. So is the mistletoe. Mistletoe was one of the favored herbs and plants by the druids. Now, you'll find that this is a very big deck this way, so I can't shuffle it this way. So I have to shuffle it sort of vertically. So the cards are not super thick, okay? So they're not like, they're bendable, very bendable, as you can see. They're coated, so that's kind of nice. So they're a little bit slippery right now. And once you get shuffling them and using them, that slipperiness sort of goes away after a while. The only thing I don't like about shuffling vertically is that I don't have as much control over the deck, because it's a little bit longer as opposed to wider kind of thing. But I'm just treating that like it's a reminder that I don't need to control everything. So just shuffling this deck is that reminder for me that, let go, You don't have to micromanage everything, including the deck of cards you have in your hands. So it's because it's a thinner deck, like thinner as far as cards go, it's a lot easier to shuffle them right out of the box kind of thing. They don't have any break-in period that's needed. I'm just looking to see if I can see how many cards are in it. I think it's 44 if I remember correctly. But it's, yep, 44 cards. And then they say the guidebook is 60 pages with 4 custom spreads. So that's all right. It's always good to get a new perspective on any kind of spread. So speaking of spread, spread your wings. That's one of the cards that's in the deck. And when I was looking through this, I was just like, oh my gosh. Even with it, I looked through it before I read the book, then I read the book, and then I looked through it again. And I keep looking through it. And I just wanted to share because, first of all, the artwork is just beautiful. And I like that there's a little message here, but it's not so, like some cards, you know, like if you get Oracle decks, they've got a whole paragraph for you. And it's almost like, why am I here doing this reading for this person? So this is Song of the Sea. So it's just enough to kind of give you some keywords for some inspiration so that you can exercise your intuitiveness and your psychic abilities. Sanctuary. And there's a lot going on in this whole picture. And again, I love the artwork. And as you know, I'm not going to show you every card in the deck because if you buy the deck, then you'll have some surprises in there. But I'll give you an idea of how it's going to feel. I have no hairspray in my hair at all, so it's flying all over the place. I had a shower, I just let it dry natural, and then I got looking through this deck again. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to wait till Monday to do this review. This is the actual Raven's Wand. So this is the one that's on the cover of the box. And this is the one that this deck is named after, Raven's Wand. So I feel that there's a lot of power in this card. This card to me kind of is like getting the World card in tarot. Like that's the best and last major arcana card you can get. So, you know, good things are coming your way and all that kind of stuff. Strength renewed. So it's very magical, very whimsical, very witchy. She's got a beautiful feather crown on here. I really liked that. That's one of the first things I noticed. I'm just pulling cards at random. Oh, Sweet Temptation. Some sweet little fairies and some strawberries, which are very sweet when you get them right out of the field. It's strawberry season right now where I'm at in Canada. And I love fresh strawberries. They're so delicious. Piercing the Mist. And you can see that the mist is starting to come down, right? I love this deck. Eternal Flame. Sort of a white fox, crone type figure there. And a Rare Bloom. I look forward to having or doing a reading for someone and they get this card. I am going to have such pleasure telling them how amazing they are and that, oh my God, you really truly are an authentic Rare Bloom. And you've got some gift that, you know, maybe that's what it is. It's a gift that you need to bring out into the world and you've been afraid to do or hesitant to do, you know, because you're worried about the judgment that's going to be placed or that, you know, people are going to laugh at you or something like that. This one's a great one too. The power of words. So very true. And I've just been sort of brushing up on my different native medicines. And I was just reading about spider medicine and how spider medicine has to do with a lot with communication because it's a web, right? Sort of, they were comparing the internet, the World Wide Web that connects us all, that has that power of words, because that's, you're usually looking up something to learn something, or you're typing something to tell someone your 2 cents or whatever it is. But this one's a nice, I love the artwork of it. I love this whole look that she's got going on, but then I love that they bring in the spiders. as a reminder that, you know, we need to be mindful of our words. Oh, this one's so cute. I love this one. So it's a daisy and the dandelion, and she's tickling and rubbing, belly rubbing the dandelion, and I love it. That's so cute. Love it so much. There's equally dark and light cards, and even the dark cards have a light element to it. And, you know, it's not so light that I'm like, oh my God, you know, like, I don't need any more sugar in my system kind of thing. And this is Family Matters. That's an important one. That will probably come up in a lot of readings because we all have family matters. Backwards Redemption. I'm looking forward to this coming up in a reading because I won't know until the moment when I'm in that energy, but I just feel like this one is going to be a really big aha kind of card for a lot of people in their readings. And stepping away. So that's, you know, applicable to me this morning with the shuffling of the cards of stepping away from the control, the need for control of the cards. They will shuffle as they need to be. Wild at Heart. So it's got a really beautiful vibe to it. Like I said, I'm loving the artwork. I'm feeling like there's a lot that's in every picture that has meaning. It's very, for me, reminiscent of the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. Now, this is an oracle deck, but nevertheless, I feel like everything that's in the picture has been put there on purpose, very much like the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. That's one thing I tell my students when I'm teaching tarot is nothing in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is there by accident. It's always with purpose. And this is ebb and flow, something we can all learn to go with the flow and the ebbs that come along with it, right? Commitments. This one might come up in a love reading or even a commitment to yourself, you know? And there she is, almost like Little Red Riding Hood. So again, it's got a lot of layers, this oracle deck. It's, you know, some oracle decks I find, you know, I get it and it's got the message and, you know, it's pretty and everything, but it doesn't have layers. It doesn't have that depth that I'm necessarily looking for. But this one definitely has, like, the depth that kind of tarot decks kind of get, you know. I have a feeling when I use this deck in readings, which I'm going to be doing, because I'm doing a Black Raven reading. Found it hard to find that word. So the Raven's Wand Oracle is one of the decks I'm going to be using in the Black Raven reading that I'm going to be doing through the summer. It's sort of the reading of the month, but I'm also going to include it for August because I'm off for half of August. So I was saying, well, I might as well just do it. It's the summer reading of the month. And I'm going to be starting to do readings of the month that feature different decks. So I'm really happy to have this deck. Now, this deck will also be incorporated into, most likely, my October Samhain deck, my October of the month, or October reading of the month, which is Halloween. So it'll be in my Halloween reading. Mistakes teach us. So very true. This is a great conversation starter as well, because it helps me to own my mistakes. When I'm doing a reading for someone else, it helps me to open that conversation of what mistakes have you made, and also like for them to own the mistake, but also to not berate and beat themselves down over the mistake. We all make mistakes. So now's the time, if we're doing the mistakes correctly, and that sounds like an oxymoron, I know, but if we're doing them correctly, we learn from them. We get the lesson from them. And if we're not doing it correctly, then we keep repeating it until we do get the lesson. And berating and belittling and beating down of ourselves over making that mistake, even if you've made the mistake 3, 4, 5, 400 times, whatever it is, stop beating yourself up and then stop, you know, start to kind of look What is the lesson I'm supposed to learn here? What about me do I need to change in order to not keep repeating this same mistake? So, you know, it's a great, like I said, conversation starter. Unity, we've got, you know, a beautiful, handsome, noble buck here. And he's sort of reminiscent of the green man that's relevant in Wicca and witchcraft sometimes. And of course, he's a forest creature, so of course green does come up. Taste before judging. This was a very interesting card to me. I haven't actually done a reading outside of, you know, pulling a couple cards for myself. But I haven't done a reading with someone, and I haven't, like, because we are celebrating Canada Day this weekend, we went right into a holiday in the first part of July, so I probably won't be doing a reading, a black or a Ravens reading or a Dark Ravens reading until next week, this week coming up kind of thing. So I'm very excited to do those readings with people. Needs before wants. Interesting. I have a lot to say about this card. You know, or at least I would in a reading. I would have a lot to say about this card. There's a lot going on. Just the needs before wants brings up a lot of things as well. So, you know, it's like, wow, okay, that's cool. Then we've got the Queen of Hearts, again, reminiscent of fairy tale. Queen of Hearts, we often think of Alice in Wonderland. But this is an interesting take on the Queen of Hearts. Again, she's not, you know, or he's not looking to repeat the Queen of Hearts that's in Alice in Wonderland, but that can't help but kind of pop into your mind if you're an Alice in Wonderland fan of mine. But she's got a red snake here, so some snake medicine is coming in. She's got rose petals, but it starts out looking like blood, and she's got a dagger that's dripping. And it starts out looking like blood, and it turns into rose petals. She's all in white. She's got the horns of a deer. There's a full moon here. There's mountains here, rocks here. There's so much, because I could talk about snake medicine, stone medicine, you know, overcoming mountains. The full moon brings its own energy. This blood turning into rose petals. Like, there is so much to talk about in this card. So like I said, I find that this deck has such potential depth to it. Again, nothing's there sort of accidentally. And then we've got Nature of the Beast. This one to me kind of says, you know, it's the nature of the beast, right? It's just, you got to go with it and just stop trying to fight it kind of thing. Prove yourself. So this deck also, I find a lot of the cards kind of say things that aren't gentle all the time, which I like, because sometimes we need tough love. And, you know, a lot of Oracle decks come across as very inspiring, inspirational, gentle, not harsh. This one has beautiful, beautiful artwork, like I said, and very whimsical, has a magical feel about it. A moment, there we go. But it's going to give you some tough love in a beautiful way, of course. So I really like that. So there's still lots more cards to look at, but like I said, I don't give you the whole deck because that's too boring just to flip through the cards. I don't like those videos where they just kind of flip through because it's like, oh, that's boring. You're not giving us anything. And now there's no surprises. So if you want to purchase your own deck, please click through on the link because it helps me out. If you're going to buy it, you might as well help someone out by buying it. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I think I'm going to enjoy it. And like I said, normally I use the deck way more than before I do a review of it. But this one just has me just so excited. I'm like, okay, I have to share this right now. It needs to go on right now. So if you get your own deck, I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it so far. If you want a reading with me, look in the description. All my contacts are there, and how to get a hold of me, that sort of thing. If you're local in Canada and can come see me, that's great. But I also do online, and I do it internationally as well. Okay, so have a great Saturday, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. Bye. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe too. I would love for you to be one of my subscribers. It would be an honor. Take care. Bye.